So, you recently may have heard Sunday evening, Monday morning, that Reggie has signed on to be on the board of directors for GameStop. And, some people are acting like, well, this means that GameStop can be saved. Or, some shit like that. I'm here to tell you that this is nothing but a shell game. It's a facade in order to engender investor and consumer confidence in a business that is failing miraculously. So without much ado, I'll get into why this is a facade after the cut. So here's why this is an important here's what's important to know before you say, well, GameStop's saved now. Okay. GameStop, within the last 3 or 4 years, the stock has lost, I want to say 83-90% of its value. Okay, because don't forget, 3-4 years ago, GameStop stock was like $37, between $40 and $35 a piece. GameStop stock now is like trading under $5. I want to say $2. So if you had $1,000, okay, this is tax return season right now, federal income tax. If you took your federal income taxes or your state income taxes and you said, I'm going to invest this money, and you took it and you had $1,000, you could buy 200 or more shares of GameStop stock. You do not want your stock to be so low that it's in danger of being delisted on whatever stock exchange it's on. That's where GameStop is right now, okay? And it's only been going down further over the last year, okay? Year or 2 years. Which means investors and consumers don't have faith in GameStop, okay? And that's just the stock. We aren't talking about how much money GameStop's been losing because people aren't using their services anymore. And it's a vicious cycle because, people aren't buying shit at GameStop. People aren't, because people aren't buying shit at GameStop, GameStop is increasing their aggressive marketing tactics, which encourages the people that do go to GameStop to not want to go there. People get tired of, hey, you want to sign up for this? No. Do you want to do this? No. The only thing I want to do is, the only thing you want to do when you're buying a video game is go buy your damn game and be on your way. If you want to talk about video games, sure. But I don't want to. Don't ask me to don't upsell me on your used games. Don't upsell me on this, that, and the other. I just want to go buy my game, give me my receipt, so I can go home. And because of GameStop's, the state they're in right now, they can't do that. Everything is just, okay, we got to do this, we got to do that, because they're trying to save money. And here's the dirty little secret. GameStop right now isn't really making their money on games anyway, or used games. They're making their money off of e-trades, specifically cell phones and tablets, which aren't even being sold here in America. The cell phones and tablets are being sent to China, where they're being refurbished at a low price. The price is being jacked up, and then that's how they make their money. However, I don't think that's really working right now for them because of the coronavirus thing. So basically what I'm saying is this. GameStop is not in a good position right now. And, some people will go on the internet and tell you, well, they've got Reggie is coming here. Look, listen, okay? The position that GameStop is in right now is like someone in hospice care. For those of you who don't know hospice care is basically where you're dying and, they're trying to make you as comfortable as possible, okay? That's where GameStop is right now. They're making all the moves of a company that's going to declare bankruptcy in about, I would say, 6 months to a year. And some companies declare bankruptcy and they come out of it, like Crystal. Some companies declare bankruptcy and they don't come out of it, like Sears or Toys R Us. So what I'm saying is this: the state of GameStop right now, it's not in a very good position, and you know, they're trying to basically buy time for the new consoles to come out. Not because that's going to save the company, but because they want to stay open long enough that they can at least give the investors and the people who own shares some type of payoff, so that when they do declare bankruptcy, they can get some money out of it. So you're going to ask, well, where does Reggie fit in on this? Well, I'll get to that after the cut. Okay then, so basically here's where Reggie comes in. See, people who are saying, well, Reggie signed up to be on the board. Don't forget, they fired like 3 or 4 other people off the board in order to hire Reggie, which means they didn't even have the money to just straight up hire Reggie. They had to get rid of 3 or 4 people in order to get the funds to write Reggie a check. And I don't even think he's really on the board. I think they're just basically giving him money so that they can use his name. To basically keep GameStop alive long enough in order to make it to when the new systems come out, so they can make some money. And that's all this is. Okay, don't get it twisted. Okay, either that or they're giving Reggie stocks. But I mean, really, this man's a business person. I think he went to Cornell or some, relatively good school. I think he should know that GameStop stocks right now are not worth the paper they're printed on, if they are indeed printed on paper. So what I'm saying is GameStop is pretty much fucked right now, and they're just basically using Reggie's name in order to stay alive long enough to get a payout. I mean, and I'm not personally against. I mean, look, listen, okay. I'm not going to get mad at the man for trying to make a little bit of extra money. If someone could just use your name and you could essentially just make tons and tons of cash, why not? Why not use your name and just make a lot of money? Like, for example, right now the coronavirus is a big thing in America, right? Well, actually worldwide, but specifically in America. I own businesses that rely on people going out and spending money at a bar. No one wants to go out, so right now my bars are really light. Except for some diehard regulars, no one's coming. Luckily for me, this is not the busy season for me. Pretty much May, June, July, August, September, October, November is the busy time for me. So I'm fine. I was prepared to not be making that much money and not have that many customers coming in this time of year. But, there's some people who, when their business has a downturn, like GameStop, they're not in good shape, So basically what I'm saying is that right now GameStop is in a very bad situation. They're in a hole and they're not getting out of it anytime soon. And don't believe the hype that Reggie Fils-Aimé is somehow going to save GameStop, okay? Because let's keep it real, okay? Reggie was, I think, the CFO of Domino's Pizza when they were going through some issues, but I mean, that's not really the same thing, because the market was different back then. And he was, with Nintendo for many, many years, through the GameCube, through the DS, the 3DS, the Wii, the Wii U. And I know some people say, well, he was with Nintendo when they were with the Wii U. The Wii U, let me put it this way, Nintendo as a company has not been in the type of shape that GameStop is in right now since before Reggie was born, and during the 1930s, during the 1930s, 1940s, like the Hiroshi Yamauchi era, that's like Nintendo hasn't been in that shape for a long time, okay? So Reggie's expertise in turning around things isn't necessarily going to help GameStop. Okay, like, all right. So this is merely a shell game in order to make it seem like GameStop is going to be around for a while. You know, Reggie's getting paid. I'm not going to knock the man's hustle, because, I mean, really, if someone said, we'll cut you, you know, a $5, $6, you know, $5, $10, $15 million check, just to use your name, I'm not going to get mad, okay? Especially when it's a company I don't really give a shit about anyway, okay? So, I mean, that's just basically what I'm saying. Get over it. You know, you can agree to disagree. You can tell me your opinion in the comments section. We'll get to the conclusion after the cut. So, in conclusion, as the title placard says, this is all one big facade. It's a shell game. This is basically, you know, companies do this all the time. They'll hire someone, or, you know, claim they're doing something to get to the bottom of something, and it turns out to be bullshit, and nothing really changes. Companies do this all the time. GameStop at this point is too far gone to change. It's kind of like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Think of it like this, okay? It's kind of like let's say you're in school, right? And like high school, okay? And let's say you've been taking a class, and you've been getting D's and F's, right? Like not D's and F's. Let's say you've been getting D's and C's and almost F's for 3 quarters. There's nothing you can do in the 4th quarter that's going to raise your GPA high enough to do well in that class. Okay? That's basically where GameStop is right now. There's nothing they can do to do well and turn things around. There's nothing they can do. They're just, it's SOL. They're shit out of luck. So, you know, that's just the way it is. I know some people will get angry at me about that, and will disagree, and, you know, everyone can disagree. That's their opinion. But, you know, if you have an alternate view, or you think I'm wrong, we can have a dialogue about it. Stay tuned. We will have our BS Busters, our normally scheduled BS Busters, this Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will be going over. We will cover more of this story in this news story, along with the continued implosion of E3 after the cut. So with that being said, that's the end of the podcast. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, or the video. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. Ding the bell icon so you get notifications for when a new video is being uploaded. So that's the end of this video. Tell me what you think. If you would like to reach the channel, you can reach me at mrredfoxbsbuster@gmail.com. That's mrredfoxbsbuster@gmail.com. That's all lowercase. You can also reach me at Twitter at mrredfox91. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Peace.